All right, we've done it. We live. No intro this time because it's kind of late, and I wanna do this as much as possible before because it's 10:53 at night. But I felt like streaming because someone else, Popular Boy, was streaming earlier, so I decided, why not? Give me a sec. Okay, there we go. So that everyone can thing. He might, I don't know actually. Because it's late at night, a lot more people will be awake. That means hopefully people show up. I'm dying. Okay, there we go. We have done it. Now, um, eh. Actually, no. What am I doing? No one from the last stream is gonna show up here, so I'm just gonna stay like this. Maybe Vinny, shut up. Oh god. Yeah, since I'm not playing the intro, I'll just whistle it. Alright, that's enough. Bro, freaking Eli was in the last stream. Why is he not showing up? Why is it because I suck? Yeah, that's probably the reason. Oh my god. what, 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 what did you do?
Yeah, that's right.
What, what happened?
Inhaling,
What time is
exhaling.
it? What time is it in old? Oh, it's 12:55 p.m.
Back
in
in the
old
U.S.
kangaroo
quotation marks.
land. Can you? This isn't his stream anymore. Stop Rubixing.
I have to solve it.
I don't care. I don't care about you solving freaking the world hunger.
Yes, that's right. Twisting a puzzle is solving world hunger.
Yeah, it is.
So I might get trains in New Era today. I'm thinking about it, and if I do, I might do
Are you
trains.
gonna pay for it?
Oh no, I'm gonna pirate it. Yes, I'm gonna pay for it.
You're gonna hack.
How am I gonna? There's no pirated version.
No, I mean like you're gonna hack by it.
I can't do that. I'm gonna actually pay for it on Steam.
I got Trains 2009 for
I know
free.
that. How do you get it
For
for
free.
free? Pirated? How does that work on you?
What?
How do you get trained 2009? The
All you
crappy
have to do is make an account on a Trains newsletter. I think that's what it's called. And like get a subscription for their newsletter so you can get like news about all the new updates for Trains. And then once you do that, then you get a free download link.
So what's 2009 like?
I've only played it like I haven't played it like recently. I think the last time I played it was like months ago. Um
Is it
basically I don't know,
good?
I think it would probably run better on a better laptop because mine is like it does run Windows 10 but it's kind of like poop. And then it's not really that laggy, but like I feel like everything is much more simpler in it, very nostalgic. I've gotten like one with the help of MS. Oh no, not MS. LMS Arthur 7, who the trains boy.
Yeah, I
He
know
helped.
who it is.
He helped me like download a bunch of MST Noodle model folders, but like importing them into the actual game is like a whole other thing. Like it's super hard. It might be easier with like other models besides MST Noodle, but like MST Noodle is like really, really, really complicated and
Oh,
finicky. Like you have to change, like there could be like glitches, like you have to change like the wheel, like location stuff uh might be like missing, like when I was putting Percy in, his wheel or like his chassis was way off center or like not even on his boiler. So like we had to like put in code and stuff to like move it back to the right position. Yeah.
damn.
I think Percy's like the only model I got in. And also another thing is that like his side rods like don't function. So literally it looks like he's like
So
sliding
it's
on the rail.
literally just Erdl.
He's like sliding on the rail. What?
It's just Erdl.
Pretty much, yeah. Yo, do you guys like drinks?
I like drinks. I drink all the time.
You like drinks? You like juice? Vinny? Vinny, you're
What?
ruining the joke. You're ruining the build up.
Bro, that was someone outside. That wasn't me.
Do you like the juice? Do you like juice as a
I like
drink?
I like I like juice. I think iced
Is your
tea is
favorite flavor fruit punch?
I like fruit punch, yeah.
Yeah, because he's here.
Damn right.
Pencil.
That was the whole build up.
Wow.
Damn.
You're so funny, Steve. I'm laughing.
I know.
That's good. So it
How's
is
it
current.
going, 15 man?
It's pretty good. It's currently 11 p.m. right now.
Oh.
Jeez.
So it's kind of late for me, but I don't care.
Yeah, I know it's late. I felt like streaming because Joey just streamed. I was like, you know what? Forget.
You know
Joey,
what?
get Joey.
Because I have my skirt test on Thursday, and I gotta make this time last before I die.
Oh, you have a driver's license? You're getting your driver's license?
Maybe
You're going to
What's
get many driving
doing the
tickets.
test on Thursday.
I wish you the best of luck because I actually have a driver's license.
I know.
So I actually drive cars.
I do.
Bro, whoa, you drive cars? I thought you drove like
I
yeah, I
drive
know.
cars.
I used to
Alright.
have I used to own a crappy Saturn. Now I own like a 2016 Equinox. And it's like a
I
giant
mostly
thing.
got what I mostly think about is the parallel parking thing.
Okay, can I tell you something funny about the time I tried parallel parking on my test?
What?
So I was using my mom's Jeep Compass for doing it, and I did awful at it to me because I tried it, but the instructor just said stop, 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 because I didn't, and that's the thing, I didn't hit anything, but I was like halfway in the parking space. So before I could even do the straightening part, he just said stop, and he just said we'll skip it.
Oh my god. Hopefully my instructor isn't like super strict and poopy.
Mine wasn't really strict, but he was a lot older.
I've
What was
practiced
that?
multiple times. A lot of times I got it like really like really good. Sometimes I would be like a foot away from the curb. Sometimes I would be like, cause like like so far the last time
Come on,
What was
the
that?
hell was that?
my phone, my cell phone. Like my phone's like right next to my microphone.
So yeah,
So I'm gonna.
when I parallel park, the last time that I practiced, I made it in the lines, but the thing is that like I'm crooked, like slightly.
I took like 2 segments of driver's training, and I don't know if it was a coincidence or not, but when we took like the final written portion test, um the study guide that she gave me was the exact same questions on the final exam,
Bro.
but
I
I
just
still passed.
I just did something dangerous.
What did you do?
I
Did you
posted
download?
I posted the invite link into TTC guys server.
Oh no.
I thought you like got trains illegally.
What's
I got
funny is I actually have trains. I have 2 versions. I
bro, I got
have
2009 for free.
nice.
I might get a new era. I'm thinking about it.
I actually have Trains New Era, and since Steam was having its annual summer sale, I bought Trains 2019 for like $17.
17?
Yeah. Originally, it
Wow.
goes for like 70, but since it was
No, it
like
goes for $40 actually.
oh, it does. Oh,
Now it
but
does in Steam.
Dang, bro.
I think on the website it goes
Yo,
like I
stonks.
think 70 something.
I bought like a ton of games on Steam that were on sale. Like one of them being Trains 19, and I got it for like $17.
Nice. I'm thinking of getting Trains 19 when I get a powerful computer.
I'm actually planning to upgrade my computer sometime.
Really?
Yeah, it's. I mean, I like it, but at the same time, it's kind of crappy.
Yo, guys.
What?
I
Reasonable. Have a good day.
Yes, that's reasonable. Have a good day. So let's see.
I have been on a
Or go
Timothy the Ghost
tangent,
Engine thing.
What?
Wait, what?
Timothy the Ghost Engine kick.
Okay.
I don't care
why?
what I don't care what you say. I like that movie.
Oh, the
Timothy the
movie, not
Ghost
the
Engine?
character. Okay.
What?
I like the movie. I like the movie too. It's good.
I try. Here's the thing. I tried watching a Clinchfield Kirk, but the fact that it's over 3 hours long, I just couldn't.
To me, it's like boring kind of.
Yeah, Kirk Run and Branch Horror was way better.
Huh.
Do you want to? Okay, on Halloween, I was thinking we can like watch some
I
spookies.
No, what I want to do, I want to like try. It inspired me to like make my own film, like either my own sort. Well, not really like creepypasta because that's kind of dumb. Either like adapt from another Thomas creepypasta or just like make a just a Thomas horror
don't-
film in general.
Okay. Just make a Thomas horror film in general. If you're gonna copy something else like Timothy, something like that, it's not really anyone's gonna watch.
That's already been done. Because like the only other creepypasta I found to adapt that's like one other person adapted was James's Bad Day.
Oh,
You remember that?
Oh, I remember that. Maybe like make a film about like, or maybe like a creepypasta about James's Bad Day or something like that, because he might have the resources.
We read it.
Yeah,
It was the one with the
the
two endings.
UK version was surprisingly ridiculous.
Was it? Wait, wasn't that? It's actually a creepypasta.
Yeah, James's Bad Day. That's a creepypasta. You
James's
know.
Bad Day. It's a creepypasta.
I actually did not know that.
It's kind of dumb.
It's okay. The US version is better. It makes more sense. But the UK version, what the hell?
Yeah, it's a creepypasta with like two different endings.
Yeah, US is my personal preference because they have freaking machine guns in the UK.
Yeah, they
version.
have like machine guns.
Machine guns on the
in
tundra, like
UK
ascend
version.
from machine guns.
Come, I'm
from the
just
sky
learning about
ascend.
this. I'm just learning about this. I'm so lost.
What do you?
Okay, I'll pull it up.
Share,
We can
share
do
your
it right now.
screen. Share your
Let
screen.
me pull it up. Let me pull up the creepypasta.
Look at this. Will you? Won't you take me to the railway show? I want it. If I do make a Thomas horror film, I want it to be about one of the characters like literally going insane.
That'd be
That's
kind of
literally
cool.
what I did. You freaking copycat. Okay, so I found it.
That's like the main general idea, but I don't know what a good plot would be. All right.
James's Bad Day.
We're not gonna read the whole thing. Just go to the.
The
So
US.
basically, this is like, oh no, blood, poop. I don't know, whatever.
But the US.
Hmm.
No, go to the UK one
Why?
because it's funny.
Steve, read you narrator.
You want me to read it?
I stutter too much. I can't read.
Yeah, I'll read
Yeah.
it. I'll read it.
You want to read it? Okay.
Sure. James then come across two small tank engines that look identical to Thomas and Percy. The small engines, in fact, were them, but they were completely dented, their funnels were cracked, and they didn't even have their faces. Ugh. They looked like as if they were singed. James begins to cry at first, but a faint whisper is heard, and James goes from crying to just being still. James's eyes rolled over to me, and he smiled. Then he says, "This will be your fate." Then he takes down the line and begins laughing loud and demonic. A shot from the episode James Goes Buzz Buzz is seen when James's nose is red and his eyes spin, but the scene plays backwards and repeats itself several times. James then passes by Gordon, who is simply laughing, and what he thought was James's misfortune, and speeds along with the express laughing, extremely demonic, and tells James that he was or will be any use for him or the two small tank engines. James then goes from laughing to grunting and growling. James then screams at the sound of what so piercing that I tried to turn down the volume on my remote, but it sounded as if James was in the room. James got crossed, and what appeared on his tender was a machine gun, and he shot and blew up Gordon, who was trying to dodge the bullets, and a loud explosion is heard. Obviously feeling a bit guilty, James races down the line and goes toward a narrow mountain track where he flies down the mountainside and eventually reaches the bottom. James instantly breaks in half and is completely mangled. The last scene shows is a horrific shot of Thomas, James, and Percy completely disfigured. They don't even have their faces. Thomas's tanks appear to have been bashed and his dome missing. There's also a big crack in his smoke box. Percy's wheels aren't even attached to him, and his cylinder is missing along with his connecting rods that are cracked, and he's also missing his funnel and buffers. Excuse me. And James was the worst out of all three. It didn't even look like him. Then the scene cut to a shot of Duck and Percy, but Duck had hollow eyes and jagged teeth.
Yeah.
James's red coat of paint was all rusted and his boiler was cracked in half. His tender had been broken apart, and he is also missing his front bogey wheel. His 6 driving wheels are just hanging from his running plate. Thomas and Percy also have blood stains all over their paintwork. The scene pans out to show Gordon, who somewhat survived the blast, and Henry laughing with Devious Diesel, Edward, Duck, and Toby are present, and Diesel rolls alongside the three under their engines saying, "You're next," in a very demonic tone. The last shot is of Edward, Toby, and Duck looking horrified as if they know what is about to happen. The episodes fade to black for about 1 frame, and then the normal end credits roll.
So yeah,
Fuck.
about that machine gun.
That part I was like, what?
I mean, the U.S. version is much more realistic.
Yo, he was dodging them bullets like the freaking Matrix.
Yo, he literally tried to animate it or like James Bond. James literally went James Bond just pulled his gun.
I honestly thought it'd be a little bit scarier, but it's not so bad.
The UK version is not that scary, but the US version is like good.
Could I take a look at that then? Like read it?
Yeah, sure. Let me see how long.
Hottest place in town.
It's long. Do you want me to send you a link to it, or do you want to read it on stream?
Sure, I'll read it on stream.
All right.
It doesn't show like any like freaky images, does it?
Oh no, it doesn't. Wait, let me check at least before you start sharing. No, it doesn't.
Okay, good.
Check the whole thing.
Yeah, I did.
Okay, just send me the link.
Oh, okay. On Discord or?
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. I actually never learned of this.
Really?
Yeah, this is actually the first time I'm learning about this.
Vinny,
This is a very underrated creepypasta.
Okay.
Vinny, would you help me co-direct the horror film?
Okay.
If you
sure,
want to.
maybe depends on what it is, Steve. Then.
All right. Are you ready for me to read this?
Sure.
Like the UK's version, James goes along an old abandoned track. However, he ends up at a cemetery where he sees engine parts scattered all over the graves. James hears the sound of demonic laughter coming from the sightings, which sounds like Diesel 10 from the Magic Railroad movie. He then hears Gordon and Henry say, "You're next," and he races off in the distance. James decides to hide in a sighting and puffs up in front of a gravestone. James begins to cry softly, but it sounded like an actual person crying. Wait, hold on. Like an actual person is crying of a gravestone. James begins crying softly, but it sounded like an actual person crying, as if the narrator, George Carlin, was crying with pain rather than acting. The next shot of James's face, his eyes aren't even moving, and he's just staring at the gravestone. The scene then zooms into the gravestone. There is no name written on it, but it simply gives the time of death. That says May 12th, 1937 to June 22nd, 2008. That was the day George Carlin died. This was actually the birth and death date of George Carlin. Yep. The American narrator. James then backs away from the stone and goes off to hide in the sheds. Oh no. James then backs away from the stone and goes off to hide in the sheds. The next scene is of James spinning on the turntable as Gordon is watching him and laughing at him. James backs down into his shed and tears begin rolling down his eyes. James' eyes are just staring at the camera as if he was staring right at the viewer. This happened to be a shot from the first season episode, Tenders and Turntables. The scene fades to black, and then a shot of Tim's sheds, abandoned as used with the engines all rotting away. James is on the turntable, still looking depressed, and begins crying. The engines that appear to be scrap engines are Thomas, Percy, Edward, Toby, and Doug. The scene pans out to show Gordon and Henry laughing with Diesel. Gordon then speaks and calls James a small red engine in a very demonic voice, and the episode ends with normal credits. After the credits, an image flashed on the screen for a frame. The image shows the Toby's model face mask on a pile of wood, Duck's model's face floating in a pond, and Edward's model face inside the Season 2 scrapyard behind a rusty Trevor model. That's the ending. All these pictures they're all just frames from the show. Let me read this.
Yeah, anyway.
There's an afterwards part. After watching the episode, I decided to play back some of the shots that to me happened to have the strange differences in the characters' personalities. In the UK version, James seemed to be acting very aggressive and acted as if he wanted everyone dead. It felt like he was actually talking to the viewer rather than being the regular prissy, proud red engine he always tries to be. In the US version, James was acting very depressed, and I felt very uneasy on watching this version, seeing as how George Carlin was still alive by the time of the recording, who had then passed away 18 years later. I could not find any images surfacing the web, but I made up the single image of what had been in the lost episode. As I went to sleep that night, I had a nightmare that I was in the episode. I was running around my neighborhood, and James was able to ride off the rails and chase me. He kept yelling at me, screaming, "You're not going to get away from me. I'm going to rip out your organs and feed them to the troublesome trucks." Okay, that's something James would never do, but this is funny. I must say, ever since then, I'll never be able to look at James the Red Engine the same way ever again. Even though I'm walking through a store that sells Thomas merchandising, I feel all the James toys are all out to get me. Excuse me. One night, I had another dream that my H.O. James model came to life and tried to kill me, but it's only a small model, so that meant I was able to destroy it. But as I woke up, I heard a tapping on the window, and I heard a train whistle that sounded just like James's whistle on the show. I look out my bedroom window, and there was James. He had his angry face on, and his eyes moved up and down, and he rolled right up to my window and stared straight into my soul. So I ran upstairs thinking I found salvation until an army of James models, Bachman, Hornby, Trackmaster, Take and Play, had freight cars of anthrax? What's anthrax?
Let me look it up.
And the real James said, "The next person who reads this article will find me in their room tonight." What?
I think it says a medical diagnosis.
Anthrax?
I mean, if I spelled it correctly, then.
Even though that story's not true. Story's not true.
Steve, what's anthrax? You're old and experienced.
What? What did you say?
What? Sorry.
Anthrax is a serious infectious disease caused by gram-positive rod-shaped bacteria known as Bacillus anthraticus. Anthrax can be found naturally in soil and commonly affects domestic and wild animals around the world. It is an extremely rare case, and there are fewer than 1,000 cases in the U.S. per year.
Huh. Anyway,
reading that, I was kind of freaked out for a minute. But
until the HO model came around. Everyone be
think
gangster into HO.
I think we got to end it
Oh, okay.
The stream?
because it is a late.
It is 11:17.
It is a
It's
late.
8:17.
Why did I have to take down my layout? God.
I
Because
took down my layout too, so don't worry about it.
Why there
See,
gotta be bugs in my basement?
Tell me
because
about it.
New Jersey be like that though.
Yeah. But
Okay, thank you all, whatever.
Thank
I'm
you
See, every-
all. Okay, so this was creepy pasta time with some dumbasses. So anyways,
Early one night, there was a steam
no,
engine
see,
waiting
I
at
have
the
to end
dock
up
to take its
properly. So
passengers
there's a
home.
glitch going around on YouTube where it's just a small percentage.
He had a similar shape like
It's
Thomas
small,
with six
small
wheels, except
seven
he
guys are
extended
actually subscribed.
forward.
So you guys can just check.
all right, I'll see you later, dude. See ya.
Bye for.
Hi.
And he had the number 0 on his side. His name was Timothy. He was an old but kind engine with a broad smile and wrinkles at the end of his mouth. All the passengers climbed on board the coaches, and the guard blew his whistle. Full steam ahead to shut up. Choo choo.
Yeah.
Shut the fuck.
Full steam ahead to shut
Shut
the
up! I'm
fuck.
not deaf. I can listen.
No, wait, Vinny. Okay, actually, you know what? Before, yeah, well, let me end this. Okay, everyone, bye.
Bye.